if a BALL rolled by, she'd be all in. She does get very hyper and wants to play really hard, and then she gets over it and she goes lays down. And she just goes to sleep like that, so she's a pretty nice dog. Hey everyone, I'm Austin Dillon, professional race car driver. This is my dog, Sis. This is Meet the Pets, take one. So she's a French Bulldog. She's 4 or 5 years old now. She's not too high maintenance, but sometimes she gets her way. Whitney got her when we first started dating, so it was like our first shot at raising something other than ourselves. My favorite qualities about Sissy is probably the fact that if you've had a bad day, her mood never changes. And if you want her to come up and crawl up in your lap, she will. She loves a good butt rub. Right here, that's the spot right here. She knows exactly. I think she's a pro in front of the camera, personally. You know, I think she likes to show off, pose, like she is right now. Ace is my 2-year-old. At first, I think Sissy was a little bit annoyed by Ace coming in her house and taking over most of the attention. Sis here is important. When I get back after the race, she's the first one to greet me most of the times when she goes to the track. When it comes to appreciating my dog, letting her eat a little extra from time to time, Ace probably gives her the most food in general, and she really loves that. They figured out how to share the love. Yeah, she does have some gnarly snorts from time to time. She does get very hyper. She has her spurts where she freaks out and wants to play really hard. Sissy doesn't do a lot of tricks. I mean, she does fetch, but she usually just tears things up. I love Sissy. She's always there for whoever's having the worst day. She comes and hangs out with you, makes you feel better. You have been a very good dog. We're gonna hook you up with good stuff. Dog bones. Here's some chicken and rice dog food. We'll get 3 bags of that. There you go, sis. You got all the goods coming your way. First started in racing when I was 15 years old. And racing is family. My grandfather raced, my dad raced, and following in their footsteps. My grandfather at the track most weekends. He's a legend in our sport. My dad, who helps me a lot when it comes to driving. So sometimes I race against my brother, and it's fun, competitive. Oh, I definitely win the most competitive in the family. I want to compete in any form possible when it comes to anything. Yeah, I'm a competitor. Okay, we're gonna put Sissy to the test and really see if she's ready to go be a pit crew member. All right, sis, you ready to change the tire? No? What about jack the car? You're kind of loud right now, too. I'm gonna need earplugs if I drive the race car with you around. Yeah, I don't think it's happening. If she was a part of our team, she would probably be a good calming factor over the radio. I think less is more when it comes to talking on the radio during a race. She'd be a good spotter. What is wrong with you, dog? When Sis here used to sleep in the bed, this really bad smell one time, she had disagreed with her food. She didn't like me telling this story, obviously. And she happened to throw up on the pillow right next to me. And I woke up and it was like this far from my face. We definitely went online and bought new pillows and pillowcases. I used the My GM Rewards card, earned some points. Sis definitely snores the loudest out of anybody in the household, slept with us for a very long time. And then Whitney made the call, like she needs her own place when it gets dark and it's time to go to sleep. I've raced a lot over the last 14 years. My mom, she's always my biggest fan. You always have to have that positive influence as well. Her and my wife do a great job of that. The biggest career highlight is the first Cup win, and then you back it up with a Daytona. Every time you win the Cup Series, it's huge. So I have 3 of those, and I'm proud of those and just want to add to it. I've been running the number 3 car for my grandfather for a long time. Anytime you win the Daytona, it's pretty memorable. For our win, it was big because there was 20 years separating when the 3 car with Dale Earnhardt had won the Daytona 500. He won his Daytona in 1998. I was able to be in victory lane there. 20 years later, I was driving the same number and took it to victory lane. I also did a pretty cool donut with a 3, not on purpose. It just kind of worked out where it turned out I burnt a 3 into the grass. So a Sissy got to partake. She came to victory lane and she wanted her photo and she got it. For me, one goal that I have in my career is to try and win a Cup championship. I'd be the first to win in all 3 series of NASCAR. So that's the ultimate goal, I feel like, that we're all trying to achieve. I think family is very important to your success. But your family helps you through the hard times, the good times. They're there for you. They're that constant that you look to when you're struggling. So I think family's huge in any sport, but in racing, with how many ups and downs there are, it's good to have a family background that understands the sport. I appreciate my dog here. It's the same appreciation my family gives me. I think the biggest way of showing appreciation to your family is just being there for them when they're there for you. She's always been solid, been a little rock for us. So I got her perfect right now.